Hello and welcome back to the channel. I was a little bit sick lately, hence no uploads, but I still have sore throat. Nevertheless, I feel I'm able to record again. So this is another part of our Epic Store tutorial in React and NextJS. And last time we were working on file upload on the backend. So naturally, now it's a time to start working things out in the front end. So I will start by going to our front end folder, pages, and I'm gonna create a page, call it add game ESX, and this part will not link to it from our Epic Store UI, but we need some kind of page that will allow us to add games and then of course collections and so forth and so on. So let's just test it out. I'm gonna call this just add game. Nothing special here really. So I'm gonna just test it out and say add game here. And let's see where this works. It should be under add game. Okay, we have that set up. So we'll start by building some kind of container and wrapper just to position things out. And then we'll move to writing the form, which we'll use to upload the files. And the file upload is the first thing that I would like to handle. Then we will figure out and worry about the rest of the metadata. So just bear with me. So I'm gonna create styles, and as you know, in MaterialUI there are two approaches or few approaches. You can use the you can use the hook, the use styles hook that we were working with previously, or you can use the styled components kind of style. And just for fun, let's do the style components here. I'm gonna create game form wrapper, and this is gonna be a styled box. Okay, and here I'm gonna need a theme, and this should return an object. Background color set to theme palette. Secondary, excuse me, sir. Also that should not return a function. That should be just that. Okay. Secondary dark, full width, view width, and full height. Display should be flex, and flex direction column. So this is our like outer wrapper, and then there's our inner wrapper, and I'm gonna call it container. So let's go with going for container, because what will be inside its form. I'm gonna use the container component, and here maybe we can do it like this. Here I will just add the margin top of 10%, something like that. Then I can use both of these here. So we're gonna have game form for wrapper, it's outer, then there's the inner, which is game form container, and then there's our game form finally, which we'll have to write. So let's create a new folder here, and I'm gonna just call it in an src. I'm just gonna create new folder and call it game. Sounds reasonable, since everything inside of that folder will be game related. And remember, we're grouping stuff by the context, not by the type of the file. So it's gonna be game form ESX. And if you search for stuff like React file upload, you'll find many main libraries or many solutions like React drag and drop file, for example, React drop zone. Yeah, that's the one. It's rather popular, but that's not really necessary. For our case, we'll just use good old JavaScript interfaces, browser interfaces that we have like out of the box. So let's here create game form. Let's do good old export default. Okay. So probably we'll need some states. I'm gonna write return, and what we'll need is a container for our metadata, meaning stuff like title and so on, but we'll also need a state to handle our files. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's start with some TSX. So I'm gonna again use box from Material Core. I'm gonna just center everything. So align items to the center, and place direction is of course column. Okay, we'll use some typography just to say what's what. I'm gonna say that's new game, and actually, well, this is good enough, so we can add this here. See what we've got. Well, nothing really. Oh, because there's an error. Okay, a little bit too much. Try again. Okay, well, that's something. So I'm gonna use a variant of h3 here. Okay, and it's time to add some styles. So here I'm gonna use hooks. This use styles, of course. Make styles, please. And we'll use a theme here. That's strange. I don't know where the autocomplete went, but well, it's working now. Let's do the game form. Oh, let's do the header first. So let's set the color properly, and that should be the one coming from our theme. This is secondary light. Okay, and let's grab these. This is use styles, and now we have access to our classes. Okay, that's the first thing. Then let's figure out our form. I'm gonna kinda split it in two parts. So first part is gonna be metadata, meaning stuff like title, description, you know, good old. Okay. I'm gonna add the class name. Oops, not here. Definitely not there. Here and here. Okay. And then I'm gonna add a divider. And here we will have another part with this very same variant. Free class name, classes of header. And here I'm gonna say media, or I could say, I don't know, files. And there's a divider component, or at least there should, yes, there is. It should add some kind of visual separation, and I don't see it. That should be H5. Is there? Or am I going crazy here? Let's see. Oh, there's a divider, but it has to have the length. So let's see. That's just a divider. And let's do width 100%, and color or background color also be theme, palette, secondary, light. Here. Okay, yeah, now it's good. So next step. Let's actually work on our form, I think. So basically it should wrap everything. So here is our form. That should be the end of it. Okay. Now we will be still using React hook form to handle all the metadata. So here I would like to add the field for a title of our game. So let's use controller. Let's import that. Something is wrong with my imports. I don't know why. But import from React hook form controller. Okay. Then the default value is empty string. For now, maybe we'll change it. Name is title. Oh, we need to create a control for it. That's not a problem. Let's see. This comes from use form. As I mentioned, for any reason, this is not being imported. Use form. Okay, that should give us control. So control is equal to control. Okay, and then we need the render, I believe. Yeah. So it's the same that we did for the other forms. So the field need ref and rest, and then here we have to specify epic. It's not importing even my own solution, so that's great. It's gonna be common components. Nope. Oh, it's in the, that should be moved. Yep. Okay. And that should be our epic text field. I know that this could break. Yeah, we just need to save all basically to solve those issues, because now it also changed the path for login form and register form. Okay, moving on. Well, we also need access to, what do you have here? Form state, okay, and errors, because we'd like to add the navigation. I mean, a validation slide. Okay, so yeah, we can add the helper text, errors. See. Oh, it's not being typed, right? Okay, not a problem. We need to create the validation schema. So let's create validation schema. Join. Oh, now you'd like to import stuff. Well. Object title join string required. And as I mentioned, for now, this is going to be rather basic. We also need to specify the game data interface. And it should help a lot. So game data, and we need to state the resolver, and the resolver is DOI resolver with our validation schema. Okay, so now, as before, we can validate. Let me fix that so we can see my pretty face. Okay, so now we can validate our form. Great, moving on. So we definitely need to spread the rest, right? And then there's gonna be input ref we need. Then we need the full width set to true, and we need our variant outlined and label set to title. And what we got ourselves is an error. Objects are not valid as React child. Which part that might be it? Part that is causing errors, but are we rendering something? Oh yeah, helper text, of course. It has to be message. And information about error itself. It's of course errors dot title. Yeah, we technically were rendering an object. Error is not defined. Errors. Okay. Kind of cool. I wish it was bigger. Let's see. Is this missing the width? Yep, it is. Okay. So let's create form. Yeah, sounds reasonable. And set to 100%. And then we can go to our form, class name, classes, form. Okay. Looks kinda, I'm gonna say good enough, but not really. I would like that to be aligned. Oh, well. This to be aligned center. Same goes for that one. Okay, we could also do with a little bit of a margin, I think. 16, because we love to divide by 4. Okay, a little bit better. So this one has been going for 22 minutes, and I really start to work on shooting the shorter episodes because I think they are more, let's say, approachable and less intimidating than the episodes that have like an hour to watch. That can be a lot of information packed in one episode. So I'm gonna leave at that, and in the next episode we'll start working on adding the files to our game form. So I'm gonna see you there. Goodbye. And also, I'm really closing in on 1,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate you, well, subscribing to my channel if you decide it's worth your while. Thank you, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye.